We have been working on this project concept for 4 years and have put together a team with international expertise and decades of experience in business and the applicable technology. Our project has the potential to transform farming using a scientific approach and state-of-the-art technology. We will be investing $2.5 million in the project, which will manufacture carbonization and organic products that are used in a wide range of industries. Our project addresses the high cost of farm inputs, the impact of chemical overuse, and deforestation due to the use of hardwood charcoal for cooking. We will use local renewable raw materials and technology-based solutions to produce affordable alternative products. Sourcing raw materials locally means we are not subject to international price and shipping cost fluctuations. All raw materials in the finished products will be 100% organic and designed to reduce environmental impact. Using renewable biomass and crop waste for producing charcoal reduces the reliance on cutting trees. Our planned combined production capacity of up to 19,200 tons annually of commercial and retail products will reduce the current import bill. We will produce a range of products in both commercial and retail packaging. From the pyrolysis of biomass, we will create 3 grades of pure carbon. 1. Cooking charcoal in lump and briquette forms. 2. Biochar, which is crushed to a smaller dimension and used as a soil enhancer. 3. Activated charcoal, which is finely crushed carbon that is used in more than 55 industries. The byproducts of pyrolysis are converted into organic herbicide and pesticide and into a waterproofing resin that is used as a paint additive or as a wood preservative. We will also produce organic fertilizer and animal feed. These will be packaged in large quantities for commercial users or in smaller quantities for home users, fetching a much higher unit price. The growth of organic fertilizers, biochar and organic pesticides is closely tracking the 12% growth rate of organic foods. By 2026, the North American markets for organic fertilizer, biochar, organic herbicide and pesticide, and activated charcoal for water and air filtration are projected to be $3.61 billion, $2.5 billion, $2.4 billion, and $7 billion respectively. Jamaica has 250,000 registered farms, with most of them being less than 1.5 hectares in size. 2020 fertilizer consumption was 33,689 tons, and we imported fertilizer valued at $9.16 million. Jamaica consumes 65,000 tons of cooking charcoal annually, with a retail value over $20 million. This market is growing at 3 to 4% annually. With 4 tons of wood harvested for every ton of charcoal produced, we can see why Jamaica is losing its forest cover at a rate of 2,200 hectares per year. There are only a couple of small producers of cooking charcoal briquettes using inefficient, low-volume, wood-fired carbonization systems. There are no local producers of activated charcoal, as the kilns used are unable to achieve the minimum required temperature of 500 degrees Celsius. There are also hundreds of one-man operations producing lump cooking charcoal of varying quality, using wasteful earth kilns. Fertilizer competition can be broken down into manufacturers and importers, both highly vulnerable to world market and shipping cost fluctuations. The main local manufacturer is Newport Ferguson, who manufacture fertilizer from imported chemicals. Sapphire manufactures its products in the Dominican Republic and does packaging in Jamaica, providing both chemical and organic fertilizers. There are several other relatively small manufacturers or mom-and-pop operations making fertilizer based on composting and/or animal manure. We could find no organic herbicides or pesticides on local shelves. The importers and distributors either import pre-packaged fertilizers for sale or act as distributors for local manufacturers. As part of our scientific approach, we have entered into a joint venture with a research organization headed by Dr. Sylvia Mitchell. Neontic carries out plant research with emphasis on the benefits of biochar in agriculture and on plant propagation and cloning. ECOAID will provide Neontic with laboratory and equipment resources and will benefit from any commercially applicable findings of their research. ECOAID will establish a lab and greenhouse for the development of new products and will identify 20 young farmers who will be given access to land to manage and harvest crops using ECOAID's product testing guidelines. They will test our products in growing crops which they will sell at a profit. ECOAID will receive the organic seeds generated, along with any agricultural waste or wild growth bamboo on the land. We have begun a study in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture's R&D division to evaluate how biochar impacts the performance of both organic and chemical fertilizers. Adding biochar to soil has been practiced for centuries. The DBJ Ignite grant funding will be used to finance a joint ECOAID Ministry of Agriculture study to establish empirically the precise effect that adding biochar to soil has on plant growth and crop yields. Plants have underground root systems that absorb essential nutrients from the soil. Microbes in the soil help to carry the nutrients into the root system, but often the microbes in a particular location are either not present in sufficient quantities to be useful or are the wrong type for a particular crop. In addition to fertilizer, ECOAID can provide the correct microbes in sufficient quantities to maximize nutrient take-up by the roots. This is done by adding dormant microbes to biochar, which by design has a huge surface area and many pores that provide an ideal living environment for microbes. The biochar can either be added directly to the soil or incorporated in the fertilizer. When the biochar is added to the soil and water applied, the microbes are activated and begin their job of carrying nutrients into the plant's root system. Domestically, we will distribute our products through traditional consumer retail outlets and garden stores. We have had discussions with Hardware and Lumber Rapid True Value, who have over 300 outlets island-wide, and they have agreed to carry our products once we are in production and meet the required standards. We also plan to do sales through the Jamaica Organic Agriculture Movement, the Bamboo Industry Association of Jamaica, and in-house sales personnel. Internationally, there are over 2,000 Indian, Caribbean, and African stores servicing 2.7 million Jamaicans living in the diaspora and over 20,000 independent garden stores in the US, UK, and Canada. In the farm export market, 100-plus distributors service the farm industry in Canada and the USA. Amazon has recently opened up to direct sales from Jamaica. Previously, we had to go through a foreign distributor. Our year one target is to sell 70% of our production locally and export 30% for a combined revenue of $6.3 million. We already have purchase commitments for 70% of our year one revenue target, amounting to $4.5 million. Our business model makes us highly competitive. Our organic fertilizer is slow release and requires twice the fertilizer per acre to match chemical fertilizer, but even at twice the amount, we come in at a lower cost per acre, with the requirement of only one application per season. When you include the cost of pesticides in the price equation per acre, we are dramatically less costly and contribute to providing returns to the farmer that can be as much as 47% higher from producing organically grown crops. Our strategy is to provide high quality at a low price, establish our brand, then gradually increase prices. Even at our low prices, margins are great, ranging from 80% to 96%, giving us flexibility in pricing. We compared our projected prices to the lowest and highest priced products available in the local market. As you can see in the table, our projected prices are consistently lower than the competition across all product lines. Our management team, partners, and consultants for this project have extensive experience as senior executives and management consultants in both public and private companies and have managed several startup business ventures. As a plus, we have people on board with decades of expertise in the fields of agriculture and scientific research. Based on current pricing, we project $6.3 million in revenue in the first 12 months of operation, with $3.9 million net before taxes. In year 5, we should achieve $20 million in revenue with $15.4 million net before taxes. The costs of material and labor are conservative, as although some raw materials may be available for only the cost of collection, we have assumed that the only raw material we will use is bamboo at a cost of $100 per ton. The year 1 financial projections are based on a first-year 25% planned capacity and a single 7-day shift. Break-even is at $1.2 million, and a payback on the VC investment assumes an internal rate of return of 35%. All the buildings are turnkey, steel, prefabricated structures, and we have negotiated for the manufacturers to send their staff to Jamaica to supervise the on-site assembly. Based on manufacturing and delivery schedules, we anticipate a 7-month implementation schedule from receipt of investment funds to first product out the door. This is the end of our presentation. Thanks for watching. You can log on to our website at https://ecoaid.com/ for more information.